Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Liz, and in today's video we're doing Dollar Tree farmhouse wall art signs. So this first sign I thought would look really cute in my kitchen area, and I've been seeing these signs at like Hobby Lobby where they say eat on them, so I really wanted to do something similar. So I just picked up 3 of these wooden signs at Dollar Tree. I liked the shape of them and thought they would work great. You can find these usually in the seasonal aisle at the front of the store. They usually have this same sort of cutout no matter what the season is. The first thing that I'm gonna do is just cut down the middle of my little hanging pieces and pull those out, and I'll save them because I will be using them at the end. Next, I'm going to cover these signs with contact paper. I picked up this contact paper a while ago on Amazon and used it in some other projects. So I'm just using what I have on hand. I'll link below if you like the design of it. But to get this paper on the signs, what I'm going to do is just put them onto the back of the contact paper. I'll trace around the signs. And then I'll just cut out the contact paper. Next, I'm just going to place the contact paper onto my boards, making sure I smooth out any bubbles. And I like to kind of just put it on lightly at first. That way I make sure that I don't have any of the edges sticking out in case I didn't cut it just right. So make sure you kind of just put it on lightly and then smooth it out. Next, I'm going to use my scissors and just kind of poke through those holes that were already in the board, but I'm just going to make sure they go through the contact paper. To make this easy, I just printed out on my printer in Word. I just typed out the letters EAT because I know not everybody has a Cricut. I just want to try to change it up so I give you ideas that you can do if you don't have different tools. And then I'm just going to come back in and cut them out. Be really careful when I'm cutting to make sure that I don't get any of the white around the edges and that you can only see the black when I'm done. Next, I'm going to use Mod Podge to Mod Podge these letters onto my boards. Now, the trick with Mod Podge is you want to use the matte kind. This yellow one is the matte kind. This is the one you want to get. This red one is kind of a shiny one. This look works much better for home decor. They sell them both at Dollar Tree. They also sell them at Walmart, but I usually just pick up a small one when I'm at Dollar Tree because I feel like I'm there more often. But this is the one you want to use for home decor. So the next trick with Mod Podge is you want to let the bottom layer set. I usually let it sit overnight. I mean, you could probably let it sit, 3 or 4 hours and it would be fine. And let it dry completely before you come back in and put a top layer on. So now I'll just come in and put my top layer on. And this is just a really thin, light coat. Next, I'm going to use just some white paint I had on hand, and I'm going to de-stress the edges. The reason I do this is because I like the look of it. If I have any sides that still have some of that board underneath, this is going to cover it right up. Now I'm gonna reuse those strings that I had before to connect my pieces. So I'm gonna start at the bottom with the T, and I'm just going to put the 2 string pieces back in. Then I will flip my sign over to the back, and then I'll flip the A over to the back as well. I'm gonna use hot glue to hold the strings in place. And then on top of that, I will put on some duct tape. I've used this in the past and it seems to hold well. I'll repeat those steps for the E as well. Now, if I would have been thinking, I wouldn't have cut off the straps to the E at the top, but I wasn't thinking. So I'll just come in with some extra twine and create a little handle at the top. That way I can hang it nicely on a nail in my kitchen. And here's a look at how my Eat sign turned out. So this next sign was inspired by this sticker that I found at Dollar Tree. They had this really cute home sticker out, and really I feel like I've been waiting for a while for them to have a home sticker, so I was pretty excited about that. So to start this project, I picked up one of these square wood pieces in the frame canvas aisle. I removed the metal hanger from the back because I was actually going to be using the back side for my sign. Then I just went in with a little bit of wood filler. Once my wood filler had a chance to dry, I just sanded it off. Next, I came in and I painted around the edge with Waverly white chalk paint, and I just got it on that top lip. I didn't do the sides. Next, I'm going to use some blue paper that I already had on hand. It was in one of those big packets that you buy at Michael's. So I'm just gonna measure it out so it fits inside of my wood piece, and then I'll cut it out. So I made a few mistakes whenever I was cutting this, and I actually cut it too much on the sides, but that's okay, I'll fix it later. For now, I'm just going to hot glue on the edge and put the blue paper in place. Next, I'm gonna put my home sticker down, and since it's in two pieces, I'm gonna put one sign down, but I'm not gonna press it in place in case I have to take it up and remove it. And then I will line up the other side. Once I have it perfectly in the middle, then I will smooth it out. Now, to cover the edges where I messed up, I just decided to get some skinny black ribbon that I had on hand, and I just hot glued it around the edge, measuring to make sure it fit in perfectly. And I think in the end, it turned out really cute. I styled this home sign on my hutch, and I love the way it fits into my decor. So for the next project, I wanted to add some farmhouse signs to our half bath. And I will link below if you guys haven't seen that video. I showed you how I redid my whole half bath, but in it, I put this huge door that I picked up at an antique store. I thought it would be really cute to have a frame around the wreath, and I'd also wanted some frames to put in the bathroom. So I picked up 4 of the 8x6 art canvases, and I'm just going to take off the canvas part of these frames. This is attached pretty hard, so you're gonna have to use a little bit of strength and cut them up to get all of the canvases off. And then from there, I just kind of tried to pull all of it from the back so I didn't have any that was showing through on the front. Next, I came in and I sanded it because these are made from actual wood. So you want to sand around the edges, getting off any extra pieces of wood before you start to put on your paint. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I love this Vintage Effects wash in brown, and I picked mine up on Amazon, so I'll link the one that I buy on there. And I actually need to get a new one right now because I've literally almost used the whole thing. But to use this, it honestly works like a stain. So what you want to do is just brush it on like you're painting something. You only need one coat, and then you want to come back in with a rag and you're going to wipe off all the excess, just like you were staining a piece. Now the benefit to this over stain is it's not as messy, or you really don't like stain your hands like you would with a stain, and it dries so much faster. So I love using this. So I did that on all 4 of the picture frames. Next, I was just going to print off some farmhouse images, and I've been asked several times where I find these. So what I do is I just go to Google and I type in like farmhouse sign, printable, something to that effect, and then I will just search on there. A lot of times people offer free printables. I will link the one that I use specifically down in the description box, and I just click on that, download the free printables, and you can print them off on your regular printer. Now the printables that I got actually came in like an 8 by 11. I think that's what, maybe 8 and 11 and a half. I'm not sure exactly whatever printer paper is what they came in. I wanted them a little bit smaller, so I made it 70% the size so that it would fit better in my frame. So once I printed off the signs, I had 4 that I knew would work perfectly, and they all kind of coordinated. And so I just put the frames on top of them, centered them up, and then I traced around the edges of them. Then I just cut out that paper, and then I made sure that there wasn't any excess hanging over on the sides. And then I just hot glued them to the back of the frames. Now I think the easiest way to apply these to your wall would just be to use some command strips. I think that a frame like this looks adorable inside my wreath, and they also look adorable in a grouping together. This is a really inexpensive way that you can have some farmhouse signs that are customized to you in your home. If you guys love seeing Dollar Tree DIYs, make sure to give me a thumbs up. It helps to support my channel. If you missed our last DIY, I'm gonna link it here so you can watch it next. I post 3 DIYs each week, so make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss out. And I'll talk to you guys in our next one. Bye.